Hello everyone, we're going to do a bit more of a thorough guide on how to fix the error code 108003/checksum error that people are getting when installing Tarkov. Now, just for the purposes of the video, I have deleted the game and I'm going to start it again from the beginning to kind of give people a bit more of a step-by-step guide and also be able to see on the screen compared to this guide that I released out because some people have still been struggling with it. Now on this video I did post the links at the bottom. I'll do the same on this video. A lot of people saying that they were struggling to download the links. That could be for many reasons. It could be Windows firewall, Windows security is probably blocking you from being able to download these links here. But some people they're working for, some people there wasn't. Now, the other issue could be if you have tried a different method and you have changed the OS folder, which is in Windows, your C drive, and then System32 drivers, and then etc. Inside this folder, there's a OS file here. If you have changed something within here down at the bottom trying to fix Tarkov, that's also why you might not be able to open them links because it'll give you an error message saying that the site cannot be reached. But right, we'll get straight to this and we'll go through it. So as you can see, I have just the Battlestate launcher. It's saying install at the bottom. I don't have anything downloaded to do with Tarkov. All we've got is the folder here. But what we're going to do for the purpose of the video is we're also going to delete that. We are going to create another one though. So as you can see, I've only got Battlestate games and the BSG launcher within my C drive, which is an SSD. I always prefer to use the SSD because it's much quicker. I advise you all to do the same as well. So what we'd do is we'd right click, we'd go to obviously folder, and we'd type in Tarkov, and that's what we're going to call the folder. As you can see, it's empty at the moment in time. Now, if you have downloaded these 3 links, they will come to your downloads over here. As you can see, I've got a bunch of rubbish in here, and I've also got them files. So what I'm going to do instead is once you've got them files, if you come across to here, add a new tab, drag that away, then we've got this folder here. And then we can come over to downloads. Now, what we want is where is it? In fact, let me just do it this way. We'll do it this way very quickly. I think this way is going to be much better for people to actually then understand. So we'll go back to the web page. We'll click on the top one. Cannot be downloaded securely. Right. I wonder if that's what people were also saying that they were having issues with. Right. Ah. Well, I didn't know that. That's very strange. Let me have a look at something here. Keep. Ah, there we go. There we go. So we figured out a fix immediately. So what you're gonna do is if it says that it can't be downloaded securely, and this is probably a Windows firewall issue. Like I said, I've got my Windows security, I've got my Windows firewall turned on. You click it, and look, see, I think it might actually be YouTube that's trying to block it by the looks of this. So obviously it's trying to block it and it says that it can't be downloaded securely. So it's probably YouTube that's kind of saying, look, this link, we don't know what it is. It's kind of like a little bit of a firewall for YouTube. But if you click keep anywhere, you keep the file there. Go back to the website and then we'll click on this one. It'll set the same thing. So we'll go to the site and then it opens them all up. And we just click keep. Look, see, and all 3 are downloaded, which is exactly what we want. And then if we go back to just these 2 folders being open, inside here, as you can see, we've got 3 different files. So we need 1, 2, 3, and then what we'll do, and if you're wondering how to do that, if you hold Control, left Control, down on your keyboard, hold that down, 1, 2, 3, you just left click while holding down Control, and then we can just move all 3 folders over like that. And this is perfect. This is exactly what we want. Doesn't need to. The files can be like placed differently in here, as long as they're just within here. It doesn't really matter. That's basically how we keep these. Because like other people, it says that it can't be secured download. Any help would be appreciated. I actually told him to add me on Discord. But this is what I'm saying. This is why I'd rather do a more thorough guide so people actually understand how to actually do it, correctly. And I didn't even know that, so I've kind of like just figured it out. It's like just there and then. It's kind of crazy, to be honest. Um, I'm not by any means like a tech or a nerd or anything. Like this method is not developed by me. Someone else showed me this, and I'm just spreading the awareness so people can get back onto the game and obviously get back to playing. Without Battle State Games making it yeah, without making it a struggle every single time, which they love doing. Um, so what we're going to do here is we're going to click install. Right, and as you can see here, it's wanting to go to Battle State Games, and then it's wanting to create a folder called Escape from Tarkov. We don't want it to do that because at the minute there's something wrong with Battle State Games. That directory or something with it. It's not downloading the files correctly. I'm not exactly too sure what's going off, but I just know that this, where it's trying to go to, isn't working at the moment in time. So what we're going to do is we're going to click change, we're going to come to a C drive, and then we're going to go to this folder that we've called Tarkov. We're not going to open into it, we're just going to click on it and then click select folder. It should look a little bit like this. Then what we're going to do is we're going to click install, and it says that the folder's not empty. Yes, well, we know that we've put files in there, but we just click continue. Then the game's going to want to start to download like this. And it's going to tell you what we're going to do is we're just going to close it like that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to open the Battle State launcher again, and it should say play down here. Now, we click play, we click close, and then we click repair. Right, that's pretty much the whole thing done. Once this gets to 100%, that's it. The game will become playable. Now, the reason it says, like, I think we've put the files in, we've set the installation path, we've closed it off when it starts to download. What we've done is we've tricked the game into thinking that it needs to repair the files within there because something's broke within that folder. Because the folder already had 3 files of the main game, but it didn't have the rest. So now the launcher's trying to figure out what files are missing. And that's what it's doing when it's repairing the game, is it's bringing them files back to the folder. Now, because this folder's not messed up like the Battle State Games one, it actually repairs the game and fixes. Now, the problem is this can take a long time. Now, what I've figured out and what I've learned from other people and from the people that I've helped is that if you have good internet speed or a good SSD, it seems to go quicker. I don't know which one plays the part. I'd imagine more so the SSD. But you've got to understand that it's also trying to gather the files from online from Battle State Games, so it's probably a bit of both. Now, what you'll see will start to happen is this yellow bar where my cursor is, the progression bar, will start to flash. Now, at the minute, it's not doing it for me, and I'll probably be stuck at 0%. Now, last time I downloaded the game within, I'd say about an hour and 45 minutes. This time, it could be longer. I don't know. But I've known people do it a bit quicker than me, and I've known people take up to like 3 hours. So just bear in mind. Now, there's a guy that I did help, and he actually like clicked on this, and it actually shows you more calculating the time. Now, when this actually starts to pulse here, it actually shows like a little bit of a time indicator on here, like an estimation time. Now, the estimation time obviously will go up and down, but that kind of gives you a bit of a better gauge on how quickly it's going to be done. And obviously, you can just sit here and just watch it from here. But just be patient with it. Like, that's all I can say. Like, there's a lot of people that are probably clicking this, closing, restarting because it's stuck on 0%, and then they're corrupting the files even more because they've closed it down and they're restarting the computer. Like, no, you've just got to be patient. Like, and there is other methods out there, and there is other methods that are apparently much quicker than this. Now, as you can see, it's started to flash. Now, sometimes this takes like 20 minutes for people. So it just, like I said, it all just depends on your rig, your system. But this is by far the safest way because, like I said, this one with, look, see, it's saying more than 1 hour left, apparently. So it's probably going to take me over an hour like it did last time, but that's fine. We'd rather wait this, then it not work and we'd be sat there installing error code, and just never get on. 52 minutes apparently now. So this will go up to 1% soon because I can see that the yellow bar's starting to tick up, as you can see, guys. This same thing will happen for you, but sometimes it might be quicker, sometimes it might be slower. No, 1%. And a lot of people get stuck on 0% for 20 minutes. Some people 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Like I said, as long as you have an SSD and you don't have it absolutely rammed or your system just rammed with loads of different things, like it's going to work very quickly because it's not having to probably scan through a lot of stuff. If you've got a lot of stuff on your computer, then expect it to, probably take a bit longer. But yeah, as I was saying, like with as in terms of the other methods, the one that I showed you actually breaks the launcher itself. So this one in OS, when they change something in here, if you don't do it correctly, now I think if you do it correctly, you'll be completely fine. But if you don't do it and it's a more complex issue, if you don't do this correctly, you will break the launcher. Like, I mean, you'll go on their website to download the launcher, and it'll say that the website cannot be reached. You'll go to download different links, and it'll tell you that you can't because the site can't be reached because you're changing something within that folder. Now, I'm not a tech guy, I don't know exactly what you're changing, but I know that it thingy because one guy did it. He tried their method and he couldn't figure it out. Like I said, it's a complex thing. He came to me and he said, "Look, I can't download the launcher. It won't let me download these files that you're trying to do on this method." And I'm like, "By any chance, did you try the first method? Because there were like two different methods that got put up onto the Escape from Tarkov official website." Um, and obviously, upon checking that exact place, the oath folder inside there, it actually changed something at the bottom. I says, "Right, just change it back to default, and then we'll have a look." And he changed it back to default. He refreshed his web page and it loaded straight up and it started working again. So, like I said, unless you actually know what you're doing with this folder, this one's probably the safest way. Like, this one 100% works. It's helped for everyone else. Yes, does it take a little bit longer? Well, sure it does. Like, but is it going to be more safe? Or you're not probably going to mess as much stuff up on your computer? I'm telling you to download free download links that are part of the game, and then asking you to repair your game through their launcher. Like, you're not going to break anything, because worst comes to worst, you just delete that folder, you delete the downloads out, and then you go back to their original thingy if that's what you choose to do when they fix it. At the minute, as far as I'm concerned, it's still broken, and that's why I'm putting this video out to try and help people in more of a depth guide than just like in my previous video. I just kind of explained to people, whereas now you've actually just seen how I've done it, and now people can surely copy. And I've also just shown people how to fix where it says that it can't be reached, by keeping the site and then pressing right click and then keep on the files downloaded when it says it can't download them securely. So yeah, that's pretty much it from me. I don't think there's anything more else to add. Just be patient, guys, and you will be back on your game. Peace and love, everyone. Peace and love.